reason why I chose Mission over a lot of other community colleges in the Bay Area is genuinely because of the environment.
My first semester was very positive, largely due to the positivity my instructors gave me.
I thought that I was going to be on my own completely. Like, I thought I had to figure out my own classes. I have to figure out my own deadlines. I have to figure out how to transfer on my own. But with the resources they gave me, I felt like it was much more linear, and it was so much easier than what I expected.
I definitely believe that it is more difficult to be a minority in engineering just because it has been a boys' club for so long. But I think that the way that the faculty are at Mission College, they are a lot more welcoming. For example, Dr. Bob makes it a huge point that he wants to make sure that everybody feels welcome. And also there are a lot of female faculty members that really make it apparent that if you want to be successful in this field, you definitely can be, regardless of the setbacks that you may encounter because of the fact that you are a woman or because you're a minority.
As far as intimidating, yes. When I first walked into any of my classrooms that had to do with like math or engineering, I was maybe one of 4 women. So I was surrounded by a bunch of, people that I didn't feel like I identified with. And yeah, it was incredibly intimidating. And, I have to thank again, Dr. Bob, because he really just reinforced this like growth mindset. And, it's okay if you're not great now, but you're not there yet, and you'll get there.
When I first came into it, there was that kind of a worry for me, like there's probably going to be a lot of guys in the class who probably think a lot smarter than me. But the more that I took more engineering classes, the more I realized like this does not have to be like a male dominated industry. Like any women that can dedicate themselves the same way that men do, like they can easily just take over this place, and who knows, maybe even make it better. Like they can even improve cultures and working environments and stuff like that. But for the most part, that was a motivating factor, just because I was a woman trying to excel in a male dominated industry.
Unfortunately, a lot of the times we do face like some kind of discrimination where people don't always believe in you, or they don't see that you're capable of succeeding just because you're not the typical stereotype of what an engineer looks like or someone in STEM looks like. But I think that it almost motivates me that I want to become even more successful, and it makes me want to work even harder to prove to other people that just because I don't look like you doesn't mean that I don't deserve to be here just as much as you all do.
When I was younger, I didn't see women engineers like hardly ever. It was almost unheard of. But now it's like, now we're moving in the right direction, and we're pushing towards, not making it such a stigma for like women to be in engineers or be in science or whatever it is.